Number 2, which culture does the image represent? A, native groups Christopher Columbus encountered in the Caribbean. B, native groups of what is now the northeastern United States. C, native groups in Latin America who were conquered by the Spanish. D, native groups in Panama who helped build the Panama Canal. Looking at our question, for our answer choice, we need to be thinking about a group that is going to represent a culture that can be seen here in this image. So this image should remind us of our culture region map. When we talked about the Olmec, the Aztec, the Maya, and the Inca, this was one of our images that we added, and we added it for the Maya, but we also talked about how similar stone temples were used by the Aztecs. We need to look at our answer choices. A, native groups Christopher Columbus encountered in the Caribbean. Right away, if we look at our answer choices, we can see that we have native groups throughout. So we don't need to consider whether or not the image represents a native group. One of our answer choices is going to be right, that it involves a native group no matter what. So are these native groups that Christopher Columbus encountered in the Caribbean? We read at the beginning of the year about Christopher Columbus and the Arawaks. So does this represent the Arawaks? B, native groups of what is now the northeastern United States. So remember, this was on our culture region map looking at Latin America. C, native groups in Latin America who were conquered by the Spanish. Again, this was on our culture region map where we learned about the historical causes of some of the elements of culture that we see in Latin America today. So would that fit? And then D, native groups in Panama who helped build the Panama Canal. So consider whether or not we learned about native groups helping build the Panama Canal. And just as a little clue, we actually did our lesson on the Panama Canal after this test. So we had not really learned about the Panama Canal at this point, nor did we ever learn that there were native groups who helped build it. Go ahead and make your answer choice.